I just can't take no pleasure in killing nothing. Just some things you gotta do. Don't mean you have to like.
I like to dissect girls. Did you know I'm utterly insane?
You want to know what happens to an eyeball when it gets punctured? You got any idea how much blood jets out of a guy's neck when his throat's been slit?
Whatever you do, don't fall asleep.
What is up, everyone? DJ Anubis here with you on the Metal Time Radio podcast with my co-host and good friend and ghoul brother from the ghoul mother, Mr. Tony the Dead. We are the Ghouls of Midnight, where every week we alternate picks, select a movie, review it for you, and it could be past, present, or future. At episode 117, in the second year of doing this, I have chosen Jimmy and Stiggs, directed by Joe Begos, who also plays Jimmy Lang in this. Features Matt Mercer as Stiggs Randolph and Riley Dandy as Lexi, who we actually never see, but we just hear her on the phone.
Yeah.
It's an American science fiction horror film, and it premiered at Beyond Fest and was released by Eli Ross, the horror section. Now, he also did, Begos did a couple other films. The one I saw was VFW. And
I
then,
never saw that.
And then he did Christmas, Bloody Christmas, which I'm not sure if I've seen. He did Bliss. I know what Bliss is, but I've never seen it. So he's done a few other films, but obviously VFW is the one I'm more familiar with. I think Felisa was in that one.
We reviewed Christmas, Bloody Christmas.
Oh, did we? Oh, is that the one? Okay. Oh, that's right, because you did mention his name. That's right. I knew I recognized his name.
I knew I recognized Christmas, Bloody Christmas.
Well, I didn't know that's how he looked either, because he almost looks like Dimebag Darnell from Pantera, so it's kind of funny.
Yeah.
But before we dive in, let's check out the trailer and give you a little bit of an idea what this film is about.
I gotta record this. I gotta put it down somewhere because last night I blacked out for 12 hours. And this wasn't a normal blackout. It was something different, like a big chunk of missing fucking time. I got these pains in my jaw, like somebody put something inside me. Whatever took me last night, they're coming back tonight. I can feel it. I don't know how many of those big-eyed, melon-headed fucks are coming back, but I'm gonna be ready, and I'm gonna take those fuckers out.
Thank you for clicking on our.
There you go. Yeah, so pretty crazy. A lot of like visceral aesthetic colors going on there of Psycho Trip. You had actually watched this by mistake last week because you thought that was my pick for that week. But did you rewatch it at all? Or
I didn't get a chance to, but
yeah,
it's not hard to remember this movie.
Yeah. So basically, you have this guy, Jimmy. He's basically getting high and drinking a little bit to start. And you mentioned before, like, again, it is kind of like the found footage type thing, but it switches around between that and just actual acting between the actors and stuff. But so yeah, Jimmy's just kind of like a burnout. But he's also like treating a guy like a director as well. So it's almost like a real life thing for him because he's supposedly been doing a lot of work with his friend Stiggs, who he hasn't talked to in a few months, but he's trying to get another film made, but they won't trust him with it because he's by himself and not with Stiggs. And so it becomes like this problem. But then he gets a call from his girl, Lexi, who's a lot of sexy talk a little bit about coming over and stuff like that. But then he starts getting these earthquakes that are happening around the house until he realizes they're really not earthquakes. It's something else going on. And then, of course, we just get into this full-blown, like, alien invasion, basically, where he's locked up in his house and just going nuts, basically, just, freaking out. Like, and then, of course, you see the creatures, but then you see, like, there's moments in here where he sees, like, a televised something happen on the television where it's him, almost in a future sense, like talking about the past. And then, of course, Stiggs arrives at one point and they fight at first in terms of, I should say first, they were fighting quite a bit in this before they realized that was kind of funny and they had to work it out. But what was your thoughts on this initially?
Oh, man. I had a fun time with this movie. Like, also, I was stoned while watching this, so it helps. But warning though, if you are epileptic, you probably shouldn't watch this, or you're warned. But yeah, it was just like I didn't know what to expect going into this, and I just knew that there was aliens in the apartment and stuff, and Eli Roth, presented it. And I was like, all right, sounds like Eli Roth. I trust that. And then it's like off the wall, fucking like cartoon come to life with aliens and like lots of colors and stuff. It's insane movie. Insane.
Yeah. And again, like, the special effects and stuff, the soundtrack is pretty good. It's got a little bit of metal going on in there. It really, I'll tell you that the energy, because like I couldn't do this film because it was really just Jimmy and Stiggs working the film, and like Jimmy's constant like fuck this, fuck you. And it's just a constant like just going and going and going. And so to do that for I don't know how long this film was, but a good at least hour and 40 minutes. I had to be somewhere in there.
Oh, it's only an hour and 19.
Oh, hour 19. Okay.
Wow.
So I mean, that's still a lot of time to be like carrying a film.
Yeah.
When you're just doing you and the special effects and practical effects and stuff like that. But initially watching the trailer, I thought there was going to be a point where he might befriend an alien and they were going to get stoned together or something. That was sort of my impression at first.
Yeah.
But that never actually happens. But there is like a moment where he starts to think that maybe they're being cloned and taken over by these aliens, which, there is a moment where even Stiggs his body, like his head opens up and this thing crawls out. I think obviously probably my favorite moment though is how they did the end. Because you're seeing it again from the first person view of Jimmy, and he's got like a chainsaw and he just starts cutting his limbs off. And
did you see the behind the scenes for that?
No, I did not.
He's actually filming it and using a real chainsaw at the same time.
Really? Wow.
It's insane.
That's great.
Like this director, man, I gave him huge props after seeing like all he went through to make this shit.
Yeah. Well, I mean, again, like I said, he's got like a lot of energy in this to be able to just keep the dialogue going. Like he's freaking out, which can be a little annoying if you're watching this. Because if you ever watch a horror film and there's like one particular character that's like just annoying the fuck out of you.
Yeah.
It's this one is Jimmy, but again, because it's only him pretty much and the other guy who dies about halfway through, you have to kind of do something. So like, and he's just freaking out, which is also part of the whole, like, is he really tripping on acid or what's going on here? Like what exactly is going on?
Because there's a lot of drugs in that system of his.
Yeah. The final shot though, of him basically taking the chainsaw and cutting his head in half, and then the film showing it. Like, I thought that was amazing.
Yeah.
I have no idea how they did that. It was so good. And then, of course, it cuts to black. I'm like, that's just brilliant.
Yeah.
Like,
I agree. Like, it's this, every description of, like, in the beginning, it's like bad taste meets this. I could totally see like a Dead Alive vibe. Well, not in the messiness of it, I should say.
Yeah.
But like, man, it's all over the place. Like this, it's just, and it's all in his apartment. Which I love when they can pull that off in like one place, and it makes me like feel like it's bigger than that. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like it's just their apartment building, but it's like it's just his apartment. But like, what's down the hallway, and when are the aliens going to come back if they do, and how much more drugs is he going to take? And I'm thinking to myself, is this guy going to OD in the middle of this shit? Because how is he functioning? Like, I'm sure he has a high tolerance, but my God. Nothing but alcohol, chugging, cocaine, like all over the place. And then Stiggs is that comes in, and he's all because Jimmy's a bad influence, and he's all clean, and he's just like, finally, fuck it, I'm back with you, man. And he just goes crazy. It's like, oh my god. But I agree with you about Jimmy. I found him very annoying at first, and then later on, I started liking him more. But that's why I told you I like Stiggs. Stiggs is my guy. And you're like, is that the alien? Because you didn't watch it yet. I was like, nope. No, I said, you'll have to watch it, find out.
Yeah, that's kind of like what I thought was going to happen, because they really don't show Stiggs as a person per se.
Yeah.
And unless you're really paying attention. But by the time the movie happens, then you know Stiggs is a guy. But at first, I'm thinking, is this just a guy going on some massive trip, and these aliens are showing up in his house? Like, what's the deal?
Yeah.
Then it just gets crazy. I do kind of wish they would have introduced Lexi in there as well, but like, I don't know. I guess he just kind of wanted to keep it straight focused on what was going on with him. Maybe that's to help play off of the, whether or not he's like imagining things or drugs or whatever. But
yeah,
I don't know. I thought it was really good. There were times I was like, is he really hallucinating? Is this just a dream? Like, because like I kept thinking, because there was that part where I said about where he's on TV and the cops are like interrogating him. They're like, yeah, well, why did you kill Stiggs? And it's like, I didn't kill Stiggs. They did, And so like, and that's like, I'm starting to think, oh, maybe he's just doing all this shit himself. Maybe he thinks he's seeing shit.
Right. Yeah, because he's so messed up. It has to be affecting his brain.
Yeah. But again, like you said, when Stiggs first gets her, he hasn't had a drink of alcohol. That's the reason why he'd stayed away, because Jimmy's such a bad influence with the drugs and stuff.
Yeah.
But by the time they're done arguing and stuff, and Stiggs takes his first drink, he's like, and Jimmy's like, "There's my boy. He's back."
Yeah, he gets almost worse than Jimmy at one point in time. Because like then they go like they get abducted and they're gone for a few hours. And he comes back and Stiggs is all like, I killed about 6 of them fuckers, and his face is all orange, and the angles on this too. It's like while you're watching, it's like they're looking down at you.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, man. And it's like, whoa, it's intense, just like camping.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and early in the film when the alien invasions happen, when they don't see any aliens yet, there's a good shot where Jimmy is being lifted up in the air by the fan. I thought, wow, that's really good. Like, I'm assuming it's some sort of like wiring or whatever, but maybe Stiggs is like pulling them up or something. But either way, I thought that was a good shot too, because it gave you this sense of like, definitely otherworldly alien type technology or whatever. But
yeah.
It's well placed. I mean, I guess this was just probably his pet project while he was doing everything else. And so he'd been kind of putting this together for a few years. But it came out pretty well. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm telling you, watch the special feature thing, like at the end of the movie. And it shows the fan part in that. Because this guy, he's like, what do they call that? He's not really a guerrilla photographer. What do they call that? Where they just like kind of like go with film wherever they want. It's like he'll put himself at risk because he's right there with that fan too. Like that's really him doing it with the camera yet again. I mean, the guy's insane, but like it worked out so well. That with the legs and the cutting, I'm just like, because like some of it's obviously not his real leg, but right there by the knee is his real leg. So if he just goes a little bit over, he's gonna cut his own leg off while holding the camera.
He's shooting through the camera. So
yeah,
if you get a bug in your eye or like goo in your eye and go over too far.
And you see how he like was like the pulsating in his leg or his arms, and then like he cut it, and then like the chainsaw would fly over there. He'd like have to go grab it. Like that's all real. Like that could have gone over really, really bad, but like the results are they speak for themselves.
Yeah, it pays off pretty well. All right. Well, I mean, this film isn't like super, super long. So, what is your final thoughts and rating for Jimmy and Stiggs?
Oh man, this is such a fun party movie. Like if like I always I say like if you're not in the right state of mind, if you're not in the right state of mind, put this on and just enjoy it. Have it in the background at a party while you're drinking, and put on black lights or something. Like the movie's crazy. Like I said, Jimmy at first, I found him very annoying. Kind of a oh my god, dude, there's too much cursing, like too much complaining and shit
Right.
like that. And it's like, my god, dude. And then the funny thing was with that girl, she's like, gonna come over and everything, and like she's at the door and she leaves messages and like she's just insulting him and shit. And he's like, oh my god, and he's just like, fuck it, whatever. And but
Like
like
this will be the best pussy you gave up.
yeah, remember you said it was the best you've ever had. But like, yeah, they were a likable couple, and then when they beat the shit out of each other, it was like, wow, like it felt real, like I felt like it might be a little bit of an anger there. I don't know.
Well, it
But
was funny because, and some people might complain the fight that they have is a little bit too long, but it kind of reminds me a little bit of the fight between David Keith and Roddy Piper in They Live, where that one kind of goes for a while. So
yeah.
Stiggs and Jimmy are fighting, and then there's a moment where Stiggs like knocks Jimmy on his ass, and he's like, they do the whole like friend thing. He hands his hand up to get him up. Jimmy gets up and kicks him, and they start all over again.
Yeah,
and it's just funny. Like, but yeah, they did a really good job with everything in terms of this film. Like, like you said, there was a moment where Stiggs really became more crazy.
Yeah,
and he's like, I killed 6 of them. Jimmy's like, no way you killed 6 of them. It took me like forever to kill 2. Yeah. Strong as shit.
Yeah, it's just like it starts off pretty fast, and then later on it doesn't slow down. It just keeps up the pace the whole time. Man, I really enjoyed this movie a lot. God, I had something else I was going to say and I lost it, but yeah, 10 out of 10 for me. I loved it. I'll probably end up buying this.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I liked it, I didn't love it, and that's sort of my problem. But then I didn't love VFW that much either. I mean, I liked it, but I just didn't love it. So I'm more at the 7.5 range for this one.
Wow, we're totally like.
Wow. Yeah, but I mean that's fine. Like I said, there's a lot of great things that they do in here. I just don't know how often I would watch this compared to something else that's kind of along the same lines.
Oh yeah, if I'm gonna like I said, if Shayna watch this movie and I'm gonna get high or whatever, I'll put it on. She could watch it too. I think she would think it's crazy, but I like that. Now the aliens look a little ridiculous because they look obviously practical, but I think that's the fun part of it.
Yeah,
and they beat the shit out of them. They beat each other up. They fucking like the bottle gets stuck in its head and it's coming out. Like I can't even imagine. Which he didn't clean it up because when he does the interview with Eli Roth, it's like however long later after the movie, he still has the splatters all over the wall and everything. He really didn't clean much up, and it's his office. So it's funny, but
well, that's the thing though. Like, you kind of hit it on the nail on the head, is that if you're someone who's dabbling in hallucinogenics or weed or whatever, this is the kind of film that's really good for that, because there's a lot of use of colors. Like you feel like you're in a rave and it's just going nuts and bananas. And so that's kind of like what works for the film, is that it's got all these colors and stuff going on. In fact, like at times you don't even know like what's supposed to be like human blood versus alien blood. Like it's just so crazy. But yeah, I mean, I'd still probably try to own this just because I got a feeling this will probably be like a cult hit going down the road. Like it's going to be something that people are going to gravitate towards just because of what he was able to achieve by himself, kind of doing this, or at least for the most part.
I agree.
By himself on this film. So, Still a very good film. We will be shortly going to your channel to record your pick for the week, which is Somnium, 2025, I think it was, the year for that one.
Yeah.
But outside that, man, let me know, folks, in the chat or in the comments, what you feel about this film. Have you seen it? It's actually kind of going under the radar a little bit. You know, it's like I didn't really hear anything about it until I just found it on some site, but it's a pleasant surprise. I mean, I'm not disappointed in it at all. Like, it was fun, and that's what you want out of a film. So, and you loved it, so that's
I loved it. So yeah,
So
you've been getting some stinky picks. So
yeah,
this one rocketed back to the top.
right. So we'll probably see this one on your list towards the end of the year for sure. But yeah, so we'll be heading over to Tony's channel soon. So like and subscribe. We appreciate the support. And we'll see you next time on the Metal Time Radio podcast.
Have a good